What is going on? And I mean that sincerely. What is going on? How are you, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? Thank you for stopping by. Let me know down in the comments if something interesting is going on. We are on the quest to get to Legend League only by defense and revenge. So as you could see, every single day that I log on, the first thing I do is I head on over to the log and I spin down through the defenses trying to grab a revenge. And it's really become easy and routine to do this every single time I log on. And you know, there's certain things in life, you didn't think I was going to go this early with a segue, did you? There's certain things in life that just become routine if you do them all the time, like using code Galadon, go into settings, more settings, scrolling all the way to the bottom and type it in Galadon. We're going to make this a little bit shorter, but again, I appreciate you guys. And yes, honestly, this is funding a lot of giveaways. I love to give back to you guys, just like you are so kind to give to the content creators by doing something that doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so hey, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about what is going on as far as the strategy and what's happening as far as this whole series. Now, I will get to some comments during the next attack, but I just wanted to say that this has been surprisingly challenging, okay? There's so many different things you can do in the game that take a lot of time, grindy type stuff, and this has been very demanding. I mean, I found that surprisingly, I need to spend more time playing now than I have since back in the days of Clouds, before Operation Blue Skies, trying to find these defenses. Because, in essence, that's what I'm suffering from is Clouds. Every time I go in, hit the revenge button, I'm not finding people to attack most of the time. So again, these episodes are not truly representative of the true climate of revenge. Just kind of like, say, the free-to-play series always seems to be finding these huge loot bases, right? And people drop down to my comments, they're like, Galadon, you must be cheating or whatever they are accusing me of doing. How are you possibly finding all of these huge loot bases? And the same is true of revenge. Galadon, how are you possibly revenging people in Titan? I could never find a revenge. And it all comes down to patience and investing or wasting, however you want to look at it, time. But remember, I play Clash of Clans essentially for a living, Clash and other mobile games, but mostly Clash. So usually I've got the time to try to click that revenge button. In some cases, spam the revenge button until I pick up an open revenge, just like this guy right here. Phantom, thank you so much for the 24 stars. Felt really good. And immediately what I do is I'll go back into the defense log and scroll down as soon as the first raid is done. So this is a live look at me going through, trying to find another base. Usually, almost always no. And then this happens. I'm like, holy cow, another one? 2 defenses right now available in the log, and I do not obviously have an army trained. So I panic. I've got to gem the entire army, gem the CC, gem the heroes, get everything ready as fast as I possibly can, and get back in because, especially Titan League, it's not going to be long before somebody else hits that base, right? So at this point, I'm panicking. My clan's not donating, so I go over to my other account, as you can see there, and I pick up my other iPad or my phone, and I donate to my first account. Then I go back in, then I find the base is miraculously still available, only 16 trophies, but I think that is going to become more common because obviously the players that have gone up significantly higher than me in trophies, they're already in Legend League, and I'm not going to be able to attack them or revenge them at all. So I have to try to catch these guys before they drop too far below Titan. So this attack gets underway. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the cool recent comments and questions you guys had in the videos. Starting out with Milo and this question about supporting me but not spending money on the game. Yes, the creator code only helps me if you're spending money on the game, but remember that you guys are supporting Galadon just by watching his videos, just by leaving a comment, just by simply gently depressing the like button and making it happy. All of those little tiny things make a big difference in my life. So thank you just for being here. Even if you never spend a penny on the game, I still appreciate every last one of you. Now, Akshay wanted to know if I actually say the outro, or if it's some sort of audio trick where I play it at double speed or something like that, where it's not really actually me saying the thing, but it is. And the only way to really know for sure, I guess, is to come by a live stream at fb.gg/realgaladongaming and ask me about it, and maybe I will do it there. But yeah, it's become easy to say that part of the outro because I do say it so many times, right? Okay, next up, some questions about the game itself. Replete Sphinx wants to suggest scientists that might actually speed up the lab. And while, yes, this is a good idea, and I've also heard players suggesting to split the lab so that there's actually a spell lab so you can work on spells concurrently when you're working on troops or siege machines. I don't see this changing just because I feel like the Clash team believes that that whole time is in balance. So maybe we'll see some times get shortened, but I doubt we see a significant change like that to the game. Zaid wanted to know, if I didn't play Clash, what game do I think I would be playing? It would probably be something along the lines of like a World of Warcraft or something like that, some sort of MMORPG that was really grindy and took many, many hours to get to those highest levels, to get the rarest items. I used to be a big World of Warcraft player. Before that, I played a lot of EverQuest, and believe it or not, when I downloaded Clash, that was actually more what I was looking for. Finding Clash and sticking with it was a happy accident, and here we are, 7 years later. Okay, so here we are again, back in the log, trying to find those revenges. As you can see, there is a player that's online right here, and this is something that I've actually found to be a lot of fun, and that is sitting and camping out an opposing player. Speaking of camping, like, World of Warcraft, waiting for that rare spawn, I was waiting for this rare spawn, Captain Dude, waiting for him to go offline. Now, this was one of the most rewarding attacks I've done in as long as I can remember. This was so exciting, so much fun for me. Now, first of all, obviously, check out the name of the clan, okay? 47 Ronin, okay? Just hold on to that for a second, as for some reason, I think I must have walked away from the computer, walked away from the iPad, obviously, right now for a couple of minutes, and forgot to come back and keep checking. Normally, when I find a player that's online, I will literally spam the revenge button, and if you've been in my Facebook live streams recently, you've seen that it does work, because many players just spend a couple of minutes when they come online. Maybe they do one attack because only one army is ready. Maybe they donate, talk to the chat, collect their collectors, whatever the case may be. Right here, Captain Dude went offline, but unfortunately, by the time I came back to check, he was already under attack. Now, of course, I didn't give up, because oftentimes this just means that somebody else is looking at his base, and that's exactly what happened. And check it out. Captain Dude, 47 Ronin, 47 trophy offer. I'm getting ready to hyperventilate, and then I noticed that my siege barracks is empty. This is heartbreaking. And actually, I didn't even notice it right away. I'm kind of starting to examine the base. How do I want to attack this? How am I going to grab the 3-star? And then after a few seconds, when I'm just about ready to put down the Archer Queen to start things out with a Queen Walk, I realize that the siege barracks has no troops in it, and I'm like, holy crap. Okay, so I've got to get out of here. I've got to request troops as quickly as possible. I've got lots of requests sitting in the chat, but I didn't have my other account in the chat. There he was right there. He was in use code Galadon. I was in Tribe Gaming, so I had to invite him because it was in Tribe, and nobody donates in Tribe sometimes because they're too busy doing practice attacks or something like that. So then Galadon 13.0 joins from my other device. Then I can donate to this account from my other account, and then I can get the attack going. Right? Okay, yeah, I was definitely panicked right here. So we fill the CC, we wait to make sure it didn't get bugged, and sure enough, now it's under attack again. But we don't give up, because maybe, yes, it was just somebody looking and then nexting because it wasn't enough loot. You'll notice the loot number's not very good, but of course, we don't care about loot. We're all about the trophies, and now we've secured it. And the good news is, notice the king and the queen are both asleep, and the warden, of course. So the king, the queen, the warden are asleep. We don't have to worry about that, and the royal champion. So I'm guessing that Captain Dude had just attacked and then went offline. No shield, no guard, he's gone, and we move in. So while we watch this epic attack, let's go ahead and cover a couple more questions that have shown up recently. A Liverpool fan wanted to know what my favorite siege machine is. It really depends upon the situation, but I would say that if I could only pick one to ever carry with me again, I would go with the Stone Slammer, simply because of that damage output, and you can also, using it in the right way, use it to open walls for a hero. Now, good news on the lightning versus zap spell front. Apparently, Carbon Fin has been calling the lightning spell by its correct name, so we do appreciate that very, very much. So thank you, Carbon Fin, but please do continue with me, Galafam, to visit those Clash YouTubers that are mistakenly calling the lightning spell zap, which would apparently include Judo Slav, my good friend Judo, so disappointed, a fellow Clash of Clans veteran commentator, using the wrong terminology, but that's okay. We'll get to Judo. Judo will be an easy convert. And remember the rule, you guys, you must call it lightning, but you can call the strategies zap. Okay, you can use it as a nickname, but remember the proper name. Okay, next up, Jay Tho says, love your content, and I'm so jealous how good you attack. I'm just going to leave that comment up there for a minute and just soak it in. Thank you, Jay Tho. I do appreciate that. Very, 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 very cool to see comments like that. Okay, let's move on. Yes, this question was, what do you think of a defense that's more powerful than an Eagle artillery? Would it be too OP? Would it be a game changer? No pun intended. That's actually not a pun that I see there. Would there have to be a whole new set of troops to take it down? And I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here with this and tell you guys that my prediction for Town Hall 14 is that we will see something more like an Expo, more like an Inferno Tower. We may see more than one new defense, and my vote is going to shake things up, but we'll get to that in just a moment because here it comes, 47 Ronin, 47 trophies with a 3-star revenge. That's right, plus 47. You guys, it is insane. I am on such a tear right now. So many revenges are being successful. We're finding so many, even in Titan 2, and 47 Ronin. Come on. One, you ready for this? Okay, I could not resist but to put this comment up in the clan chat because, come on, one trophy for each Ronin, right? 47 Ronin, 47 trophies. He goes down. We are on our way back up, although, well, you'll see in just a second, it's been a bit of a struggle. That was the first revenge in 5 days. Do you see the log? It was over 5 days between successful revenges, but I have not given up yet. I promise you, I will get to Legend League, and that is my solemn promise. If I do not get there, I will be giving away the YouTube channel. All right? Because if I can't get to Legend with just revenges and defenses, then what kind of player am I? I'm trash. I'm garbage. I don't deserve to be here. 7 years of experience. I should be able to do this. So that is my solemn promise to you, the viewer. We will make it to Legend League with revenges and defenses only, or we will hold a raffle and give away the YouTube channel to one of you fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Okay, now the status report going to be a little bit back to shorter this time because, well, yeah, we actually lost trophies this episode. Now, I realized what I just committed to a few seconds ago, and I'm standing by that. Okay, we are going to succeed. I'm not going to give up, even though we lost 48 trophies this episode. You can kind of see the defense log. There are a lot more 2 stars. We are going to go back to a very specific base and then cover that base in a future episode. But I kind of experimented with different bases and found that for the most part, the only defensive wins I got were from players that were either really, really low-level town halls or low-level heroes, or they weren't even trying. They were just trying to farm me. So either way, I promise you, we will get there. So don't give up hope, okay? Stick with me. And as always, hit that like button on the video if you are enjoying this series, and we will continue to push ahead until we get all the way to Legend League using only defense and revenge. But in the meantime, Galafam, you made it all the way to the end of the episode. That means you are the true Galafam, and I love thinking about it, appreciate every single one of you every single day. So you should stay inside, wash your hands, be kind to other people, animals apply. If you go outside, wear a mask, socially distance, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full text.
Galadon, 1 trophy for each Ronin. How many minutes did that take you to think up? 47?